What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing this Ls400 diff. The reason I'm going with this diff instead of just keeping the original one and welding it is because of the gearing. I believe this diff is a 3.6, somewhere around there, and this diff is actually 4.27. So the higher the number, the more low end torque I'll have, and it's what I want since the car's still automatic. We'll be able to rip second, hopefully. But if you don't want more low-end torque, you can always go with like, I believe there's a 320 something off a 98 plus Ls400. It'll give you more top end, but you'll lose torque on the low end. So pretty much to adapt this Ls400 diff into the Ls400, it's not that hard. It's going to require a little bit of fabbing and a little welding. To start it off though, this is actually the Ls400 rear diff cover, so it requires just to use 2 bolts as opposed to, where did I leave the other one? Okay, so this is the the original SC diff cover. It actually uses 2 bolts on this side and 1 bolt on this side, so that's not gonna work, especially with the subframe, because there's only 2 bushings with just 2 holes on them. So we're just gonna ditch this one, and as you can see, this one's already on there. The RTV is drying. I filled it up already. It's already welded too. And we're gonna get started by removing the diff on the car. That's a little windy. Let me show you guys what we're working with. So pretty much we're gonna start off, or actually I already started, but we're gonna remove these 3 bolts right on this side. We're gonna remove all 6 axle bolts, and I removed them, so they're there. I got a little head start. Same thing on this side, it's already out. Then there's a single mounting point right here. We're gonna wait for that one to the end. And in the back of the subframe there is 2 more, so we're gonna get that out now. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. Let's get to it. So I got the diff out. See that axle cover came off. Gotta put it back on. Well, that gasket is pretty much done. Yeah, I'm gonna whatever, test that out. Probably eventually blow out this axle and then just order some new ones. Actually, I have some in the back, so got some ready in case something happens. I'm gonna just start cleaning up a little bit of the subframe here, because we're gonna be welding on some new tabs. I'm gonna test fit the SC diff right now. I'm gonna bolt up the axles, the rear bolts, and then just kind of the drive shaft, and then just have it suspended to see how we're gonna do this. So the SC diff is on the car. I mounted the drive shaft. The rear bolts are on. Axles I will be putting on in a second. I was just kind of measuring out what the angle of the drive, like what's the best angle, and that's about it right there. You don't want the drive shaft to be angled, you don't want the diff to be angled down, because it'll mess the drive shaft up or something. As for the mounts, you can see this is our spacing. Got about 1 inch of spacing on this side and that side. So what I did was run to the hardware store, got me some new bolts, and I got some 1 inch thick square tubing, and I welded the nut in there, so we should be good. Now I'm gonna weld the actual bracket onto the subframe, something like this. I'm gonna shove it in there and then weld it up all around, and we should be good to go. Oh, fuck my finger. So everything is bolted up. The axles are in. They bolt up straight on, no issues, no modification. The front mounts that the little brackets I just made, I kind of I leveled the diff. You want to make sure that it's not at a weird angle too, and it's pretty centered. So everything's on. That looks good. I'm gonna there's a little gap, but I'm gonna weld that up good, and it should be fine. This side, I kind of like. So this side is a better. Oh, actually no, it has a gap too, but it should be fine too. Now we're just gonna go ahead and weld her up, tighten up everything, and test it out. So I got the diff installed. We dropped it. We're actually rushing it because it was late that day, and we had a little skid pad event we were gonna get to, but we got it all done. I drove the event and I had no issues whatsoever. Everything seemed good. Right now we're just gonna go for a little drive so I can show you guys the acceleration on it. It actually did improve quite a bit, and it's noticeable. As for acceleration, before, just kind of like gunning it, it wouldn't really, it would take a little bit to get up to speed, but now it just like spins the tires. You can hear it chirping, and overall it does like a burnout so easily. But yeah, let's get driving, and I'm gonna I'm gonna show you guys do a little clip on the acceleration. I'm gonna try a real quick 0 to 60 clip. I'm actually gonna get the transmission loaded, and we're gonna see how we do. So here we go. Actually, that was terrible. It spins the tires as soon as I like start loading the transmission. So we're gonna just go a little bit, and then let's go. Let's see how it does. So I pulled out the GPS app, and first gear actually tops out at 43 and second gear hits 68. I mean, first gear is still decent to drift on, and second gear I can get it to slide if you get enough power or speed on the entry, and then just kind of keep it going and shifting between first and second. I will probably be adding a little bit of more power so I can just rip second all the way, and the second's kind of weird, so it's in between like a second and third for if you're comparing it to like a manual car. Looking good. I do need to replace the bushings. I will be doing that soon, sometime in the next couple of weeks, but I think for now I want to get this car boosted. I picked up this turbo. Let me show you guys. I picked up this turbo, which kind of wasn't ideal. I mean, I'm sure it'll boost, it'll spool it quickly, but I was looking actually for an internal wastegate just to make the system a lot more simpler. But stay tuned. I'm going to be dropping a little clip right here, testing out the new diff.